lot of P1 listeners send me this story. It's about a former Tennessee volunteer football player named Grant Frerking. Frerking. Frerking.
Frerking?
Grant Frerking.
You got to be very careful saying that.
Yeah, exactly. And I thought, why is everybody sending this to me? And my son's getting ready to go to the University of Tennessee, which is one thing. But this gentleman, Mr. Frerking, was from Roswell, Georgia before he attended Tennessee. And as a teenager in high school, ran a business that sold mulch and pine straw. And then after college, sold the business. But now he's doing like one-off work where he's still selling pine straw under his own name, even though the business that was bought by another company says, well, we have nothing to do with this. But he's worked with clients before and said, how much pine straw do you need? And they say, however much. And they're Venmoing him money or sending him money before the pine straw is delivered. And he's not delivering it. And several neighbors. In fact,
you've been furked.
You just got furked.
It's another furking con.
It's a big old furking con. And they went to it's a very high-end neighborhood in Roswell, Georgia.
Well,
it's in a country club just outside of Atlanta.
They're not used to being furked around.
That's right. And they're paying before they even get the pine straw. Now, what kind of fool?
No one pays up front for work like that.
Now, I didn't pay up front. I did not pay up front.
Have you seen a picture of this young man?
Yeah.
Let me tell you why they pay up front. Clean-cut white kid.
I know.
How old would you estimate this young man is?
Well, he was in Tennessee. Let's see here. Now, he sold the business, Metro Straw, in 2021. I think he went to Tennessee in the late teens. I'm gonna say he's 30. I mean, he's young.
Yeah,
on the young side.
Yeah,
but he shows up, and like I said, as soon as I saw the picture, because I thought when I read the story, who just pays up front? And then I saw a picture of him. I said,
me too.
Clean-cut white kid wearing a Tennessee shirt.
I know. Plus, they dealt with him before when he was in high school. He was running his company in high school. His dad helped him. Now, I did not get. I'm sure it said, but I'm a skimmer, so I skimmed this very long article about it. And it didn't say what position he played, but when I saw him, I was like, punter or kicker was my guess on what he's not big enough to be like a lineman.
Walk-on wide receiver.
I ruled wide receiver out. Why?
Clean-cut white kid.
I was like, well, he can't be a receiver or cornerback.
He looks slender and tall.
Right.
Yeah, although I'll tell you, the white wide receiver is out there.
Yeah, but they're few and far between.
Yeah, but you always notice them because you're like, that guy's white and running. And on offense.
I'm puckering on this conversation.
Of course, but it's all true.
It's a puckerable conversation. All I did was see a picture. I was like, punter or kicker? Because he's like, he's skinny, so he's not a lineman. Mm-hmm. And I was like, he's white, so he's not going to be a wide receiver or a cornerback. I'm such a, it's terrible. That is so terrible.
No, but it's all true.
Yeah, no, it isn't all true.
Well, there are white receivers. There are white receivers and cornerback. But immediately in my mind, I was like, very low chance of that.
Yeah, but I bet you can, when you say white NFL cornerback, say the first name that comes to your mind.
Paul Krause.
Jason Sehorn.
Bingo. Everyone says Jason Sehorn.
Chris Demm said Paul Krause.
Well, he's older.
He may have been a safety.
I always do that to people. I'll say, name one white cornerback, and everybody says Jason Sehorn. Yeah, because it's who we all. It's all who we know.
There's a guy who plays for the Broncos now. That's my team. Mm-hmm. I'm forgetting his name, but he's a cornerback and he's white. And you know what they call him on social media? The crackerback. And I said, that's not. I go on there defend him. Now I'm like, wait, that's racist. You can't call somebody the crackerback.
Name one white wide receiver.
Well, Cooper Kupp is easy.
Okay, Cooper Kupp,
All-Star.
Yeah.
Cooper Kupp.
Yep.
Past that, Steve Largent.
Okay. You're older. I got a lot of Wes Welker.
Oh yeah, Wes Welker, and the other guy, Julian Edelman.
Edelman, yeah, you get some Edelman.
Yeah. The Little Patriots.
That's right, the Little Patriots. Yeah, I played off the topic. I played pickleball yesterday with a guy. I had not met him before, and he goes, "You work with the Littlest Patriot, don't you?" And I said, "Yeah."
We don't call him that to his face.
He said, "I'm a friend of his." I said, "Oh, are you?" He goes, "He is a hard guy to like."
think I'm going to like you.
Yeah, I got his number.
You want to be my partner
He's a
tonight?
good player.
Yeah, let's do this again.
He's a nice guy. I really liked him. Oh, okay, yeah, I got you. So anyway, this guy Furking from Tennessee.
Is he running a frickin' scam?
He's running a frickin'
Has he been
scam.
arrested?
No. In fact, listen to this. This is how much they love this guy. Like, here is one of his victims who the guy Furking is into him for like $2,100. He's paid him $2,100 and not gotten his pine straw. And at the end of the clip here, he's like, I really feel sorry for him.
Well, number one, you're kind of stressed because you're like, wow, and now what happens? Then you're kind of angry. That's kind of evolved more into this feeling of I kind of feel bad for the guy. Like I'm trying to understand, why is he doing this?
Why are you doing this? Well, for $16,000, which is what he's stolen, which is he's stolen that now.
I would never think that.
The police are calling him and going like, don't you want to give this money back? I mean, come on, I think they would treat Jacques Wantavius a little differently.
Do you think?
If they caught up with
I
him.
don't think.
Yeah, I do.
I don't think that same guy would be going, I just wonder why he's doing
I
this.
feel bad. I feel really bad. When Jacques Wantavius was getting me for $4,000 a few years ago, as I was handing him the last of the money, I did think to myself, how can you do this to somebody? Just standing on my porch, seeing me face to face and robbing me. You're just robbing me. And, that's what they do, though. That's what guys who are scamming you do. This is that same person who has been robbed of I say robbed, he's paid him over $2,000.
But he definitely knows the business. When he quit, I've gotten pine straw done multiple times. Everything looked legit. It was on the up and up. I just put my guard down.
He let his guard down.
They say at least 15 neighbors have paid around $16,000.
That's right. That's how
and
much
not
money
received
they
their
get.
mulch.
No mulch, no pine straw.
Or the mulch not completed.
The guy has said, I'm going to pay it back. Don't worry about it. It's just a delay. But he's nowhere to be found, at least not right now. So that was like 5 on your side in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Doing the report on that, and they finally got it.
Furking responds, Atlanta News First. I regret all inconvenience. All customers have been refunded or are in the process of being refunded. I intend to complete all refunds. I regret.
But that is, if he's stolen $16,000 and it's in the news, how can you just be like, oh, I'll pay you back? I just don't think, do the police, are they okay with that? Or do you go and arrest him? That's major theft. That's a felony theft, $16,000, right?
Yeah.
I would think.
But I guess it is.
So, now,
because it's $1,000 a piece,
But
right?
if they willingly handed the money over, but it's not.
It's fraud if you don't deliver.
Yeah, it could be fraud, I guess.
Yeah. But they handed the money over in exchange for. But do they have a receipt? Do they have something? Because that's what the police asked me. Did you get a receipt? I said no. Did you get the side of the truck so you know who that you're dealing with? No. Did you ask for credentials?
No.
I said,
did you hide in the closet when he came back?
Yes.
Did you call someone else who told you to call the police?
Yes.
Is this story going to live forever, including in ads for the local police department? Yes.
An award-nominated ad campaign for the police.
For the police recruitment ad who came to my house and saw me wearing my Broncos helmet crying on the phone with our attorney.
It's me. Open the door.
Exactly. Speaking of crime now, and attorneys, Tyler Perry will have to get one. He is being sued for sexual harassment by an actor on a couple of shows that he did. Tyler Perry.
This is a very iffy lawsuit to me.
Iffy?
Yes, I've read extensively about this yesterday.
The floor is yours.
Yes.
Well, the actor,
Derek Dixon.
Yes, he was.
This is not the time.
What?
No,
we cannot do.
No Medea?
Now, Medea.
Here's a dude.
He's a dude saying that Tyler Perry made sexual advances toward him. Biggie, we need everything Medea.
I know.
I want everything Medea's ever
I
said.
don't know if we have anything. She
Surprising
doesn't come
that
up a lot
file
on
is
the
thin.
show.
Medea file.
Biggie, go to the Medea file. Cross-reference Tyler
Do we have
Perry.
anything?
Oh, my God. Yeah, it's a dude. It's Derek Dixon. He worked on 2 shows with him, The Oval and Ruthless, and says that Perry made several unwanted sexual advances in 2021 and beyond. You had something
React.
more to say. Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's the classic to me, actor, producer, couch, like, I
mean,
like you,
before
so I'm going
the-
to give you a role. Yes.
This is to get the role.
Yes, like he saw him Perry saw Dixon and basically was like, oh, okay, I'm going to give you a role in my show. I like you. But then it became text messages, which he has released. The text messages are a little odd. The big thing is the Dixon guy kind of played along, it seems.
Oh, he did?
And he even said, like, well, I didn't.
Well, Tyler Perry's one of the most powerful people in the
And that's what
industry.
he said. He said, I basically was scared of him because of his power, because if I had said, you know, you're basically sexually harassing me, I'd never get another role in
This
this
is what people are saying in the Diddy trial, right?
Exactly.
He's so powerful,
Exactly.
I played along, because they're saying, hey,
Yes.
you were right along with this.
You want
Now-
to be near power. You're afraid of power.
Yeah, that's right.
Now, Tyler Perry's lawyers are saying this has been basically one long scam. He's been planning this from the start.
This is serious.
Yeah.
Of course it is. You want to believe victims. You want justice.
I do.
Are there people who abuse their position? Yes.
Yes.
Of course.
Yes, but I am a Tyler Perry fan. I like Tyler Perry. Okay, I
Now,
do.
I kind of
Now, wait a minute. How many Tyler Perry movies have I seen?
only the
Zero.
one. Yeah.
The one he's in Gone Girl and is terrific.
Yeah.
I've seen that. I've not seen the Medeas.
No Medeas.
But when Chris Demm goes, I do know.
You know
I
what it
do
is.
know that. But I've only seen Gone Girl with Tyler Perry. That's it. I'm a huge fan. I'm a huge fan of his, and I've always liked him in interviews. And he worked his way up from nothing,
Nothing, I tell you.
to nothing to become this powerful. But I want to believe the victim too, all at the same time.
Now, the way the guy just kind of rebuffed Tyler Perry was he would say, he'd kind of play like the religion card, like, yeah, I'm still not right with the Lord about the sex, so I don't know. I can't do this yet. Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, he always had a way of kind of pushing him back, but then it started to get, it was initially was text messages. Then he says it started to get physical, including one time when he was staying at Tyler Perry's house, and which I thought was odd, was just walking around in his underwear, and Tyler came in, and he says Tyler put his hand down his pants and said, like, you know you want it.
Oh man, we just can't have
And that's
that
when
now.
he said I had had enough, and
We
I had to
just can't
say,
have that. But is Tyler married? Tyler Perry?
no.
I don't know anything about him.
I don't
Personal
either.
life.
I don't.
No, he's always kind of kept that part quiet.
Yeah,
I
but-
didn't know he was gay.
Well, I was going to ask,
Yeah.
is he?
Is he a
I
gay?
don't
Is
know
he a
that
bi?
I don't know that he is. Maybe he just wanted a thrill for the night. You know, who knows how that goes.